All right. Testing 1 2, testing 1 2. Welcome. I figured I'd go live because it's a snowy day. Not going anywhere today. What's going on, Sean? So, I was going to do a lesson on With a Little Luck because I relearned it, and I teach it a little overly simple in the lesson where I don't know if you know the speed of the one that goes the willow turns its back on and climb weather. We can do it. Just me and you. Yeah, we got probably like 18 inches, maybe between 12 and 18. So anyway, I was going to teach With a Little Luck, and then I'm like, you know what? I think I did it, and I looked it up, and I did. I just did it overly simple because now that I've been playing it more, I do a lot of the embellishments of the keyboard. Yeah, what else is going on? Maybe I should teach that song, huh? Human after all. Is that the right? Am I doing the right songs, or am I mixing two of them up? No, this one is. Wait, what's the one that goes? Wait, that's the one that goes. Yeah. Charlie, what's up? What's going on, gents? I figured most people be sitting around doing nothing today with the whole East Coast being wiped down with snow. Timothy, what's up? Timothy, present. Jay Quellen. There was a couple of songs I was thinking about teaching, but then I'm like, would anyone even care if I did the Chaka Khan song? What you gonna do? Oh, was it for me? What you gonna do for me? What you gonna do for me? I don't know. When the chips are oh, I love those chords, man. Hold On by Wilson Phillips. Someday, that'd be funny to do that one. Caves of Altamara. What was that? I recall when I was small, I was spending the days alone. I think I'd have to look that one up to listen to it anyway. Oh, the chords are great because you got this minor 9 to the 11, which is like, again, I mean, I taught Love TKO, which is the same. Right? And then the George Benson is the same, just where the beat falls is different, but it's the same two chords, the 11, the 5/11 over the 1, minor 9. You got the love, you got the power, and it just to understand. I think Al Jarreau should have sang that. You love me by the hour for your love. Oh, it's great. Great. Love those chords. Yeah, I like that minor 9. That, I mean, it's R&B heaven. I also thought about doing a Maxwell song. I just don't know if people that watch my channel, you know, it's so funny because, like, my channel doesn't grow that fast, and mainly it's because I'm doing songs that please me, and I don't care because that's what I'm here to do. I'm here to please me. My Pornhub account shows that. I'm joking. Anyways, so I thought about doing a Maxwell song, and I'm like, who the hell would probably know the song that watch my channel besides me and maybe 2 other people? It's just like, I even thought about doing a Blue Nile song, and I'm just like, no one's going to watch it. Oh, look at you. Ascension's awesome. Yeah, Emmanuel's awesome. I mean, I even like his early Electric days when he used to play with his brother. He's awesome. But yeah, Ascension's good. I always liked whatever. And the only part in that song that I haven't been able to realize how I'm going to play it is when it goes that chord, that because it's weird. It's like a C major 7 over E when he plays that but then it goes to an E flat, and I haven't decided if he goes to a C minor major 7 or he stays on that C major 7 and has that E acting as the flat 9, which is just odd, but it adds that tension. That would be the chord. Then it goes to an A, so it would be like what's going on, Johnny? So it's really interesting, but I when I listen to it, it's so hard to hear because it's like a warble. You know, it's a Rhodes, and anytime there's a Rhodes playing, it's always that It's got some tremolo in it. It's hard. So I can't tell if the chord in the right hand is playing like with the E, if the E drops to an E flat. So I'll give it a listen. I listened to it just in my car when I was driving, and I'm like, what the hell is that? I haven't really sat with it. I mean, that's mostly how I learn songs, is if it's in the car and I'm just like instantly I can hear, like, I mean, I could hear this part. I mean, I can hear a 4, 3, 2, 1 coming a mile down the road. Baby, whatever. Hey, thanks, Richard. Yeah, I mean, so there was like a, and then when I listened to, like, when I was going to work on the Blue Nile song, I'm like, you know what? I kind of do my own thing with it, because the keyboard doesn't really have a lot of movement, and therefore, and there's other instruments playing. What's a fun one to finger pick for practice? I mean, anything. Look, I always, when I teach, and I teach privately, and I also teach one-on-one like this, except not streamed, but across the country, I teach people that want to learn songs. To me, the most important thing to teach somebody is something they want to play. And it doesn't really matter, It's funny, we play live. We do, there are times when all the world's asleep. Questions run so deep for such a simple. And my guy that plays cajon next to me always looks at me and says, man, that's the Alex Lifeson riff. And I'm like, yeah, Alex Lifeson does it. Everybody does it. I go, but to me, it's like, it's Zeppelin. Because when I was a kid, one transition chord, I'm not sure what that one was. What duet? We did a couple. Oh, maybe the core. I don't even remember how to play it. I mean, there are so many songs that we play live now with AM Station, with Jimmy. And so I always think of this, even though it's Supertramp, to me, I think of it, it's like, to me, it's very Zeppelin-ish. It's almost Stairway, right? That's where, to me, where it all starts. But, I always say to people, whatever you want to play, that's something you're going to go to the guitar and keep playing and practicing. Yeah, Badge, exactly. Yes, I'm told. Right, isn't that the same, right? Oh, no, what key is that in, though? That's not, is it, let me see. Told you about the time you drove in my car. Told you about the time I live in the car. Then I told you about my kid. Then I told you about my kid. Oh, what is that chord? Then I told you about my kid. And she's married to Mabel. Mabel. Yeah, that's up in D a little bit. It's a little bit different. Yeah, Runaway Train. Hey, Art, thank you. Yeah. So, I mean, I can figure out if I can. I always tell people, like, when they ask me for a song and we're playing live, and I'm like, if I can hear it in my head, I can come up with it in about 2 minutes and figure out how it goes. But, something like, I haven't listened to Badge. I can't even tell you how long. So, Josie's great. Josie's great. That. Yeah, awesome. I love all those. There goes my pick. Oh, here's another one. Lucky me. Yeah, Josie's great. Josie's great. I mean, all the Steely Dan stuff I love, because I love that musical harmony in chords where you play like the, A over D or D major 9. But sleep on the bed and make it. So down again till the girls sing. Oh, what is it? Trick of the Tail. Trick of the Tail. What's that? Genesis? Is that the one with Squonk? I love Squonk. Squonk's an awesome. I mean, I think it's one of the best songs by Squonk and You Might Recall by Genesis are my two favorite Genesis songs. Yeah. What is that? What is that opening? It's like. I got it. What key is that? Great. Like I said, I love Squonk and I love You Might Recall, which was on. It was on that 3 EP with Paper Late, and there was another song which I can't remember what it was called, but the third song wasn't my favorite. But I loved Paper Late, but I loved You Might Recall. I used to know how to play it. I used to play it. I thought about teaching it. But what is it you said to me? Oh, it's great. Great. Yeah, I saw Larry. He was playing with Marcus. Yeah. And I love Larry's playing. Larry's the king of perfect pitching on those bends, so different than like what a jazz player does, because Larry lives on those bends that are just so nice and in tune. Evidence of Autumn. Now that I don't know. Yeah. Yeah, I've been looking at, this is my favorite style of guitar, which is very similar. I mean, if you wanted to get the Martin version of this and spend a little bit of money, you'd be buying the 0028 EC, which is the Eric Clapton model. Oh, it's on 3 Sides Live. Yeah, no, that's not the one I was thinking of. What's the one that's on 3x3? So 3 Sides Live took a couple of those songs off 3x3, but what's on 3x3? It's Paper Late, You Might Recall, and there's one more that was on 3x3. Anyways, the Eric Clapton model, Martin, is really nice. I've been looking at recently the Santa Cruz OM. Now, this is like a 1 3/4. I would like this a hair wider, and I know they make it in Santa Cruz. The pricing is just out of control. I saw one the other day. It was on some guitar. Somebody was selling it new, but it's been in the store for 2 years. And they say make an offer on it. And it's like they want like $5,500 for it or something like that, which still is a little high. $45,000, I might pull the trigger. That's in the zone of that's a guitar I would love to have for the rest of my life. Me and Virgil. Thank you very much, Sean. That's it. Me and Virgil. Yeah, that's the other song. Yeah, the 3 Sides Live, I think they added other songs too from whatever they had in the vault. But that 3x3 record was 3 songs. For some reason, I'm thinking it's either in C or B flat. What was it you said to me? Da, 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 da. I'll check it out for sure. I mean, they're a great band. I love the Abacab record a lot. I mean, I think a lot of music, when I think of 1981, 81 was such a great year for music. When you had Abacab, Billy Squier, Don't Say No, Moving Pictures was 81. I mean, so many great records. Somebody posted, what was the album? They said, oh, it's Freeze Frame by Jay Giles. I'm like, that's not even a good album from 81. So horrible. And I don't know if you guys see Guitar World. Is that the magazine that's still in print? Guitar World did a thing of the best albums of 1986, and I think they might have gotten 2 in there that I might agree with. And then the rest, I'm like, no, that's overrated, 86. That's not. I think they have the Queen is Dead from the Smiths, which I agree with. And I agree with Peter Gabriel's So. They had Master of Puppets in there. I don't agree with that. In fact, for me, the best metal album of that year was Rage for Order by Queensryche. And I liked, back then in 86, when I bought it, I loved Somewhere in Time, but now listening back to Iron Maiden Somewhere in Time, the production just bothers me. The chorus effect, the vocals really low in the mix. I don't love it. I mean, they're good songs, but I just think the production is the weakest of their 80s production. But 86 had Graceland came out in 86. That Steve Winwood record came out in 86. Oh, really? Yeah, it's great. And then for me in 86, David Sylvian, Gone to Earth would be in my top albums of that year. There's an album that Marcus Miller produced for David Sanborn, and no, he didn't produce it. I'm sorry. He just wrote and played on it. The producer was Tommy LaPuma. It was David Sanborn and Bob James Double Vision. Yeah, Japan's awesome. And Sylvian, you know what? Sylvian solo, I will put Gone to Earth by Sylvian and Secrets of the Beehive from 87 by Sylvian. I would put that up against any Japan album. And I love Japan because, I mean, I love Mick Karn, Richard Barbieri. I even love the record they did as their reunion without the original guitar player there. What's that? Rain Tree Crow album. I love that with Blackwater, Take Me With You. Loved it. You know, as a guitar player, like when I was a kid, I grew up, you know, listening to all the shred guys. And eventually you start getting into like stuff like, you know, Robert Fripp, who played with David Sylvian. And you get into a lot of the ethereal, I don't know, stuff that to me moves me, not so much that just makes me run up and down minor scales or whatever the hell it is, you know. But Sylvian's a great artist. And I also loved Ryuichi Sakamoto, who he worked with. And Ryuichi also worked with Thomas Dolby. I love that song Field Work they did together. Iggy Pop worked with Ryuichi on a great song called Risky on the Neo Geo album, which I believe is 86, and I love that album. That could be 86. Could be later, though. I could be wrong on that year. I love that. I love it, and also loves that. You know, the minor 9 to the major 7. Just like I love harmony. So to me, I love that. Wicked ways of just killer stuff, man. Yeah, it's funny too because like when I play at my gig, you know, we do like a lot of fun songs that I grew up on the 70s, and someone will come up and name a song that I think is, or an artist that to me is just a bummer. Like they'll come up and be like, "Can you know any Neil Young?" But like, who wants to hear that shit? I don't. He's terrible. I mean, if somebody asked me for Bob Dylan, I will smash them over the head with my guitar. But no, honestly, you know, Van Morrison, like the Van Morrison hits, it's like, come on. Like, and I'll even say, you know, someone like you, and very infrequently, somebody will say that's my favorite song by them, and then we'll play it. But for the most part, they want to hear Into the Mystic. And I'm like, come on. I don't know who John Martin is. Now, we've been talking about doing maybe one or two Level 42 songs. I love Mark King. And we've been talking about doing, what else have we added? I mean, I posted a lesson on that song by Breathe just because we do it, and it's so, pardon the expression, it's so gay. But the women love that song. It's like totally solid air. Yeah, I'll check it out. But like, you know, that... Stuff like that, just with beautiful chords. I'm like, I'm a sucker for it. It's like, all right, we'll play that. What else was I? There was a couple of R&B ones we've been talking about doing. Me and Mrs. Jones. We do show and tell now. And we do, is it a, ain't no woman like the one I got. I love all that stuff. When she smiles, she runs a sight for sore eyes to see. Just, I mean, great. Just great. Those old R&B songs are hard to beat. I don't know if you've ever seen that channel, PD Bass. The guy, he does like he had the 50 years of since 1976. So he names the top 10 bass lines from 1976. And again, on that, I think I agreed with one or two of them. I think he was dead right on Paul McCartney's "Silly Love Songs" is a great bass line from then. But I'm pretty sure Disco Inferno was 76, and that Ronnie Baker bass line is monstrous. And I'm not sure if Bad Luck, that might be 75. But I think Getaway by Earth, Wind, and Fire should have been on that list. Hey, Chris, what's going on? From sunny Florida. But yeah, he had all these things on this list, and I was just like, I don't know that would be considered the best bass line of 76. Come on. Yeah, Christopher Cross was awesome. He was an Austin guy, so he was out there playing for a while as a guitar player. He's great. Yeah. You know what song I love by him is what does it go on? What kind of love have you got? What kind of love have you got? What is it? What is that next chord? I used to know that one. That's what's the name of that song? I really don't know anymore. And that's Carlton on the solo one. I really don't know. What is that song? What kind of love have you got? What kind of love have you got? Oh, is it at 11 there too? What is that chord? Yeah, just some. And then it goes, I really don't know anymore. I really can't say. I really don't know. I really don't know. No, that's not an E, then it's I thought it was the. See, I'm getting messed up because of the chorus. I can't remember. I can't recall. I don't remember. I don't recall. Let me just look it up real quick. What is that first chord? I really don't know. There we go. Okay, it is what I. Okay, it's. So it's. What kind of love is this? Oh, I love it. Love it, love it, love it, love it. That's my favorite song on that album. By far. I love that song. Oh, cool. Yeah. Yeah, I mean, a lot of that, what is that going on? Come on back, son. Low, 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 low down. Yeah, I mean, you can kind of figure it out and listen to stuff and hear. Like, that's why when I figure out stuff on acoustic, when I'm teaching the songs, you know, a lot of times I'll bring in a note or a note either from one of the horns or the keyboard line, because it's actually making the sound that you recognize as being part of that song, you know. And you know, people will comment on my channel, you know, they don't play it open. Oh, really? Yeah, I'm playing it on acoustic, shithead. I'm just trying to show you how you can sit and play the song so you can play it, you know. So, yeah. There's music's one of those things. It's easy to understand once you start to understand some of the basics, you know. There's only, think of it this way, there's 7 notes in a key or a scale. You have 5 notes that aren't in the scale. You still can use them, at least some of them, you know. And you know, the whole like Steely Dan, it's like a lot of it's just playing cross chords. So if you got like a, you know, it's a common chord, they would use the D major 9. But really, it's an A over D because there is no F. They don't use it with the F sharp. They're not playing it. They're just playing the harmony without all the jazz clustering, which I think has a lot to do with, you know, how they had a pop sensibility and not so much a jazz sensibility. Why I think of them as more as rock guys playing jazz as opposed to jazz guys playing rock. Yeah, they say it in the comments. It's usually in the comments. You know, like I said, it doesn't bother me. I don't care because it's like these lessons are for me. So when I go back and I have to learn them and I have to play them in my band, it's like I can remember what I played. But it doesn't bother me. I don't care. Honestly, I don't give a shit. I've had a few people come up to me at my gigs that actually have watched my channel, and they were, you know, and they were nice. I could let them play my guitar, and they can check it out because it's a really wide nut guitar, and but yeah. So I mean, we have a lot of fun, but for the most part, it's like when people post negative stuff on my channel, I don't even give 2 shits. I laugh. I just hit like, and I put a heart on it. I'm like, yep, I read it. Good for you. You know. you're playing this. I'm like, yeah, I know how I'm playing it because I'm playing it the way I would play it. So when I go to relearn it, when I have to, it's there for me and I can see me playing it, you know. So if I'm here and I say this is an A over D or a D major 9, right? And people will complain they can't see my fingers. Well, you should know that that's your A. So putting the D in the bass, there's your A over D, right? And for guitar players, where they get this all backwards is they think like, well, no, it's a D over the A, but we don't look at it as how a guitar player sees it. We're looking at it that the A chord is higher, and this is a bass note, so on the staff, this would be lower, so it would be an A over the D. Oh, that's funny. You know, it's a fun song, and tell me if you guys would be interested in it. I teach it quite a bit in my lessons because I have a guy who is in an Allman Brothers tribute band. So we do the song "Come and Go Blues." I don't know if you guys know that song. It starts off like. And then one guitar's like. And the other one's like. And the other guitar's going. There's a lot of cool parts in that song, though. I would have loved to have done Devo at my gigs, but I don't think the other two guys in the band even know Devo stuff. But I would have loved to have done. She sits from somewhere you can't see. I love Devo. In fact, there's a guy, Bob, who comes to my gigs, and he's like occasionally will shout out a Devo song to see if he can stump me. And I always end up, I'm like, give me 1 minute, and I work it out in my head, and then I stop playing it, and he just starts laughing. I think last week it was, just the way the beats of, that is real. I mean, like I said, I love the Devo's first 3 albums. To me, are flawless. I love those first 3 records, especially the second one. I think is my favorite, "Duty Now for the Future," which I know the band itself does not like, but I like that album the best. But what can you do? Oh, you know what? There's also a thing we do. We do Black Water, and I found, when I taught it the way they do it live, like that he did it, but that solo is now. lot easier. That was actually how the record version went that I just played, and that's a lot easier than the way they did it, the way I taught it, because I taught it watching them play it live when they did it on the when they did the COVID thing. Yeah, it is drop, but I'm not playing the chord, so I don't need to move that note. Yeah, you gotta go, yeah. The whole. Let's see it, so. It's also the Zeppelin used it. Hey, Pebbles. We also been doing in my you get to the weather's getting to this Friday out. Yeah, we do Soundgarden now for that song. Oh yeah. Yeah, we also started doing that Take a Picture song, which is like what my part goes. Hey, what's up? The other one's, he's playing so we do that now, which is Take a Picture from Filter. I'm out, I tell you. Let's tune it up. What's the next part? Oh no, that goes. That's it. Yeah, I mean, so people have requested us one time, a couple of weeks ago, we did Don't Stop Believing, which I had to play on the acoustic, the solo. You know, not easy to try to, on the top of your head, pull off the solos to certain songs when people ask for them, but that one is there. Why is my connection? Am I back? Was I gone? The connection was unstable. Let me see if I'm on the right internet. No, I am not. Wait a second. Give me a second. Why is my router not being? I'm on the house router, but not my own private router. Let me see what's up. Give me 1 second. All right. Let me get rid of that and wait till I just turn my router back, like my. Oh, so Jimmy went and what movie did he see? Urban Cowboy last week. So we've been adding a. What a great tune. All right, let me see if my internet popped back on. What the balls? Why is it not showing my internet? I mean, I'm on my house internet, but why is it not showing my private isolated line? Thanks, Art. I'm just curious why it's not coming through on mine. Let me have to reboot my computer. I don't know. Now, would it be causing my router not to be? Because my router is plugged into the main. See, I'm into the main router. Well, let me refresh. No, I can't do that while I'm on. Just bizarre. Just a man I met in the restroom. That's a little Coming to America for you. Is it How do you find the melodies or the singer's voice on the guitar if you know the scale and the key of a song? You can kind of hear it, I guess. how do you find melodies or the things? You mean like, but I'm not really playing the melody, but like if it's really trial and error. After a while, it's just because I've been doing music so long that you kind of figure out where you can kind of hear it and stuff like that. Like I hear it, so I kind of know where to go to. Yeah, I don't really know else how to. Sad canvas. You can kind of hear it. I don't know. You can kind of hear stuff. The best thing to do is just practice. I mean, the more you do it, it's like I always bring up the movie Groundhog Day. Remember when he said maybe God's not all knowing, maybe he just does every day so many times he knows it by heart. It's kind of like that when you play music and stuff. So when I hear like a minor 9 chord, I can hear a mile away that there's a 9 in there. You can hear it. No, I didn't pay 9 for this. I paid, I think, 5 in 2005. I do a lot of with my students when we do like any type of lead playing and stuff. Nobody ever seems to really have a problem playing in minors, but it seems like majors seem to be a tough thing. And so what I do for an exercise with them is I'll have them play over like a C major 7. Just you go on YouTube and you just look up 1 chord backing track C major 7. It's just a guy, just a backing track of C major 7. If you know the key, practice the scale associated with the key. The scale associated with the key. Yeah, I mean, just play the key. Just play the song. Yeah. So here, let me ask you this question. So if you guys are playing or you're practicing to a C major 7 chord, a 1 chord, what scale are you going to use? Now, if there's a jazzer in the crowd, they will give the right answer. If you're not a jazzer, you may not know. But what would you play over just a C major 7? I mean, you can play many things. I mean, there's no real right or wrong, although one scale stands out to be the best. And then you can play alter versions of that scale if you wanted to. A. No. A. A major? I don't understand what. So you have a C major 7. Now you can just tell me what the key is. It doesn't matter like what scale, because to me all the keys all have 7 scale. All have 7 scales in them. Right? I mean, in every key, there's 7 scales. You have 3 majors, 3 minors, and a diminished, right? Or half diminished, however you want to look at it, would be half diminished. But you have 3 majors and you have 3 minors. And then, of course, you can always alter the minors so that there's 5 minors. But technically, if we're staying true without changing the key, there are 3 minors and 3 majors. Do you know what I mean? And does anyone not understand that, or do you understand it? No shame in either way. If you don't understand it, I'll explain it. But if you understand it, then I don't have to. Does anybody not understand that there are 3 major scales in every key? So it's strange. Like Lady Gaga's I Will Always Remember Us This Way. Let me pull it up real quick. See if I can hear it. Hold on. I gotta go to YouTube. Lady Gaga. Always Remember Us This Way. All right, let me mute the internet real quick. How do I do that? Here we go. All right, tell me if you guys can hear this. I don't want you to hear it, so tell me if you can. All right, so whoa, let me turn that down. All right, so that song is as basic as you get. I mean, you can hear right away that it's like a 6/4-1/5. So I hear it right away as going na 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 na. So it's just, I mean, I hear that that's every modern song. 6/4-1/5 in the key of C, which would be A minor, F, C, and G. So I don't think there's a process there. I just hear it. The first thing I heard was that minor chord, and I was like, okay, let's see what. I think it's A minor, and it was. I mean, have I been off before? Oh yeah, it might be like sometimes if they're playing piano, I might think it's an A minor and it's a B flat. But then I'm just like, all right, well, I'll capo 1, make it A minor because I know the progression. So if it was in B flat, it would be like B flat minor, to G flat, that type of thing. But I don't have to think about it really. You can just hear it. So I don't know that there's a process. Like if there's a process, if I come across something where I'm like, what the hell is that? What is that chord that's being? Then I have to break it down. Where I'm like today, I was going over With a Little Luck, and when I taught it, I just taught it as to the D major 9 to the B sus2. However, the keyboard is playing right, and so I had to go. All right, well, I can hear that, and I can hear the walk down to the G sharp. So then when I played, I could figure out that's the E, and then the same thing, but it just does the same 2 chords. So for there, it's like a process of I can kind of hear it, and so I give it a stab. I'm hearing that it's a triad, and it's not like there's not really an out to it. Like it's not an out chord. Like when I say an out chord, like an out would be like if it went like, that would be out, right? You can hear that has tension in it. So there wasn't like a tension like that. It was just, which to me is more pure. So I could hear that, and in that case, there's a process. You just kind of hearing what you hear and you're used to it. But if there were a tension, then I would have to sit there and go, what is that odd note out? And then I would find that note. And I would be like, okay, that's how I do it, which is why sometimes when I come up with chords and people like, you're the only one that has that chord like that. I'm like, yeah, well, I'm not looking up what other people had. I'm breaking it down one note. Oh, well, sure. No worries. But yeah, so that's basically how how I would approach it. And going back to my C major 7 question, I would solo in the key of G here, not the key of C like most people would think. I would not solo in C. I would solo in G, so that this note, F sharp, is played not because F natural in the key of C, a natural 4 against a major 7 sounds horrendous. And I always had done this on my own, and then in my last 3 or 4 years while teaching, somebody brought up the Lydian Chromatic book to me by, I think his name is George Russell, and he talks about musical gravity, and it's basically the same thing. That if you're taking like a major 7 chord, you can just work your way through the fifths. So you get C, G, D, A, E, and then B, and then F sharp, not F natural. And those would be your 7 notes. And so, look, if someone's playing C major 7, and I want to solo over it, well, I grew up as a rock metal guy. So for me, E minor sounds the best to me. Now, it's the same thing as G major. It's just I'm not going to play when I can go. So I play an E minor over a C major 7. Also, because, and that's the reason that why it works. Why I do it is because I'm a terrible piano player. And I can't really move a lot. I can play any song. So for me, when I see C major 7 on a page of music, I'm putting my left hand on C and I'm playing E minor in my right hand. So I always think of that chord as an E minor over C, even though I'm very well aware it's a C major 7. But when I think about it as E minor over C, well, if I'm playing a lead, I don't need to hit the C. What do I need to hit the root for? Paranoid Android, I don't know it. There's very few songs I know by them. I know High and Dry because we play it. But other than that, I'm not a huge Radiohead fan. And I'm not putting it down. I like Tom York's voice. I even like some of his solo stuff. They just didn't really do it for me. It's not my jam. And again, it's not because of the musicianship. People like, Radiohead, the musicians are fine. They're fine players. To me, it's more like I said, like I listen. I mean, I'm talking about Devo. To me, for some reason, when that hit me at whatever age it was, 10 years old, 11 years old when I first got turned on to Devo, it struck me right. I mean, I was into Kiss, which of course now I can't even listen to other than the first 3 albums. I think anything after the first 3 albums is such a waste of time. But, we play a song by the Sundays when we play with this girl that comes up and sings, and just 2 chords mainly, and then it changes to the... just beautiful stuff. I was a big Cocteau Twins fan, which, when I talk about ethereal and kind of in that Radiohead vein, well, before Radiohead though, but it's just taste. I never really got into them. Part of the problem is kind of like Coldplay. Part of the problem with Radiohead for me was people were talking about how great they were before I got to hear them. And when I heard them, I was like, I didn't get it. Mike Oldfield. Is Mike Oldfield Tubular Bells? Chicago lessons. Well, I did beginnings, right? Which ones did I do? And I've done. I could do What, if any, are some of your favorite pop power ballad songs? Pop power ballads. So I loved like Breathe when Breathe came out with How Can I Fall and Hands to Heaven. I love those songs. I was a huge Journey fan with Steve Perry. Um, I even love, what was the power ballad he did? Not Oh Sherry. What was the Foolish Heart was a great song. Like I said, as long as it has some type of harmony in the chords, I like it more. And if it's clever. I love the Peter Cetera stuff from early Chicago all the way into his pop era. I tend to like more 70s pop just because the chords are more interesting. And I mean, the 80s was pretty good too, I will say. Just because, like, the 80s, I feel like were an extension of the 60s somewhat. They brought back a lot of 60s songs in the 80s. And the 90s was kind of like a resurgence of the 70s with the grunge and of that type of rock. But, I mean, one of my favorite power ballads is probably How Can I Invent You? That what's just that Survivor song, The Search Is Over, I think is effing great. Through the Fire. Yeah, and I was talking about possibly teaching What You're Gonna Do For Me. That's my favorite Chaka song. I play, yeah, my gig, it's all 70s AM stuff. I mean, we do, you know, Seals and Crofts, we do America, we do like Show and Tell by Al Wilson, we do Baby Come Back. Anything to me that has like, that it's interesting. And a lot of the times it's because we're two guitar players, or sometimes he's on keyboard. So we'll do songs like She's Gone when he's playing on the keyboard, like. And it's funny because in the beginning, people are like, oh, I think I know what this is. And then I come in with. And then everyone knows. Yeah, it's the same exact chords as Turn Your Love Around, which is the same exact chords as Love TKO by We Don't Do Tell Me Something Good, which I love. Stevie Wonder wrote that song. What You Got? It's not my favorite Rufus song with Chaka. My favorite Rufus song with Chaka is always I Will Love You Where You Are. Even if you... So Smoke from a Distant Fire. We have talked about it over and over, and I want to do it. You left me here like a stranger in paradise. You pulled the rug. Oh, it's fantastic. I want to do it. Well, your eyes had a mist of the smoke of the yeah. Yeah, that's it. Great. So, don't let the screen door hit you. Yeah, I did a lesson on it, I think, but I've been wanting to do it. It's just the singer has to get around to spending a little time with that one. But that's what I consider one of the greatest 70s songs of all time. Easily. Love it. So yeah, there's two songs that I like better than Tell Me Something Good, which would be, well, Ain't Nobody, I guess you would consider a Rufus with her. But I love Sweet Thing and I love Stay. I don't know shit about Chris Rea other than that one song. Except for other than Fool If You Think It's Over, I couldn't tell you one song. But yeah, let me see if I remember. Oh wait, it goes up. What? You left me here. What is that chord? Oh, it's you left me here on the street. Bang down. You pulled the rug right up from under my eye. I know where you're going. Last night. Oh, fucking love it. And I think the change is da 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 on your way out, don't you know that? I forget all those. What a great tune. Great. But yeah. Oh, you know what else? I was. Did you guys know there's a Lionel Richie song that he wrote with Alabama, and it's like. It's fucking easy. Not easy to play, easy to song. It sounds funny, but I just can't stand the pain. Girl, I'm leaving you tomorrow. But it's the same song. I'm driving and I'm sitting there going, wait a second, this is Easy by the Commodores, and he just changed the lyrics for Alabama, going Deep River Woman. I don't know. It's the same fucking song. It's like, Lionel, come on. Come on, Lionel. Get it together, Kokolovich. Exactly. Fun stuff, folks. It is good, fun stuff. Do you ever watch videos on Martin Miller's YouTube channel? I don't know who Martin Miller is now. I got to tell you, when it comes to YouTube, I'm not watching any music stuff. Unless I'm in a lesson and I pull up like a backing track for my students, or we have to break down a song. Otherwise, I don't know what the hell I'm watching, but it's not music stuff. What does he do? Most of the time when you see on those music stuff, it's like people talking about the same gear. Something will come out in the news, and everyone's just doing the same shit about it. And it's like, I don't care. I don't care. Hey, Jan, did you notice this? Yamaha G100 from, I think, 1984. Picked that up the other day. Oh, yeah, of course, yeah. We've only just begun to live. Why lace and promises? A kiss goodbye, we're on our way. Yes, we've just begun. What is it on? Sharing the love, just the two of us. Come by the dark along the way. Sharing together, just the two of us. Down the day to day. Together. When the evening comes, we smile. Kiss tonight, we're on our way. And yes, we've just begun. Sharing together, just the two of us. Yeah, I love that. It also reminds me of giving you all I got. You love over and over again. I try to tell myself that we could never be more than friends. And all the while inside I know it's for real. The way you make me feel. Let me tell you my favorite part of that song, because it makes me laugh every time. You know, at the end of the song when he starts taking the chorus, but he comes in later than where she would come in. Instead of singing like, he comes in with, the closer I get to you, a feeling comes over me. Me too. When she says me too, I lose it. I just start laughing. It's the greatest. Pulling us close and left the gravity. Yeah, I mean, that's the whole point of my channel, really, is to have fun with an acoustic guitar and play, and the love of music. You know, I'm a little anal retentive, so I crack a whip when I play in my bands that we get songs right. But when we play, because we know them so well and we've worked on it, we, because a song that we talked about the other day, so I wanted to refresh myself on it, was, I don't remember if you guys remember the band Champagne. I've been thinking about your photograph, wondering what you did to me. I don't know. I gave you no romance, little bit of life and some get close to you. No roses, no romance, a little candlelight and slow dance. What's this next chord? That's just how it's got to be. And baby, we can try again. Try. Baby, we can try. Do I Call Me by Paul S. Call Me Al. Yeah, I do, but I've never done it. It's not my favorite off that album. I know that a lot. So I'd always wanted to do, we talked about doing the girl in New York City calls herself a human dream. Any new cigar discoveries? I've been enjoying the what's it called? The 1024 SP Black by Sanj Patel. And today I smoked a Plasencia 151, which I think is the best cigar for the price. It's a great cigar. But, you know, I buy whatever's on sale because I smoke so many. I mean, I won't smoke any more Connecticut cigars. I just do not like the shade wrapper. It's too bitter to me. I don't like it. So I plug into a reverb pedal, which is called, it's New Neighbor. I'm trying to think of what, it's basically like the New Neighbor Wet, but it's the, Seraphim. But I don't use the shimmer feature on it. And then I plug into the board. And so the board has like a slapback type of reverb. So I use the two reverbs just so I have a little bit of sustain on my guitar. That's it, yeah. No, I don't like a 60. If a 60 is too big. I don't like anything bigger than a 55. So 55 and thinner. 52 is my ideal. That's my favorite size. Like 6 by 52 or 5 by 52. I like a 5.5 by 55, which is like the double nickels Oliva V. That's a nice size, but it's getting too big. So yeah, 60 is just ridiculous. I don't care for that. Although I will say some blends are better in the 60 ring gauge. So if I'm going to smoke HVC cigars, has something called the Hot Cake. The Hot Cake 60 is the best blend. So if in that case, if somebody says, hey, want to get a hot cake, I would get the 60 ring gauge. And that's like one of the few cigars that I would do that. Because I think it's better than the 52 or 54, whatever the other size is. Anyways, that's about all that's going on. I was just playing because there's snow outside. I already shoveled the walkway. Driveway got plowed. So here I am. That sounds like even in the quietest moments, I learned to do. We started adding a little bit of country into the stuff as well because some of the people there like country, and so we do like we do Tennessee Whiskey, we do Troubadour by George Strait, we do Chris Isaac, which I love the part that goes That sounds really nice around the chords. We do some George Michael. We do Waiting for That Day. What else do we do? We do a lot of stuff. If you're in the Boston area, come down to Plymouth on Saturday nights at Martini's, or you can come to Whitman on Friday nights. We do Journey's Send Her My Love. I have to do the second half down the octave. We do both. We do cash and the QR codes. Yeah, the QR code's on the back of our business card that we leave up there for people. Hey, stay safe, man. Indefatigable? No. No. I don't know what that is. Fatigable? Fatigable? No idea. Nope. How long are we going? An hour and a half. All right, guys, that's good. I'm good. I'm going to relax now. I wish everyone have a safe rest of your day. If you have to go out in the snow, if you're not in a snowy area, fuck you. Yeah, it's Venmo. It's Venmo. Yeah. Exactly. All right, everybody. I think I have a Venmo on my channel, too. Folks, don't be shy to hit my Venmo. I'm kidding. Thank you, sir, Eduardo. I love when channels, you know what I love when channels do right at the very beginning of a video, and they're like, please remember to like and subscribe. How about I watch your video and see if I ever want to hear from you, stupid ass, again? You know what I mean? Just put it like a thing at the end of the thing. We understand how it works. If we like something, we want to follow it. We don't need to be told, like and subscribe. All right, guys. Hey, thanks so much, everyone. I hope everyone has a great day. Be well, be safe. And I'll be posting a lesson video in the next couple of weeks, just when I decide to get around to it. All right, everyone. Thanks so much for hanging out with me today. And very good.